Hello, we are gonna talk about minimalism today. I have a goal to become a minimalist. I am actually right now in the process of decluttering my closet. So both, I have a big closet, a walk-in closet, and then I have a storage guest room. So it's really a guest room, but I put all my stuff in there. So my goal is to declutter, put most of the clothes that I'm not using, things that don't fit, and this is my journey right now. This is the update. I am taking everything that I'm not using. I am gonna keep stuff that I do like, but it doesn't fit me, but I want to keep it just in case I lose weight, because there was a time when I had fibroids and I lost a lot of weight. Of course, I wanted to lose because I thought that I was gonna be able to shrink them. So I was 160 and I went to 120. So that's a huge difference. And I made a mistake that at the time that I was 120, I bought so much clothing. So long story short, that time I didn't even expect it to lose that much weight. It's a big change. Right now I'm at 150 and I do still have a lot of clothes that I bought when I was 120. So I am gonna let go of stuff that I'm like, I don't love. I'm gonna let go of everything that I don't love. And I'm gonna keep just a little bit. My goal is to keep just a little bit, which is so hard because I love clothes. I feel like my favorite stuff to buy is clothes, shoes and clothes, and that's just my weakness. So today, I was also thinking about how to fix my behavior, because being a hoarder and a shopaholic is really hard. It's really hard to change that behavior. So today I was thinking, that I should avoid everything that has to do with like buying a lot of stuff in the role that you're in right now. So this is also maybe an advice for you, because when I was a teacher, I would buy so much clothes for, teacher, professional, as teacher like clothing. And then when I was a dancer, then I was buying so much like pants for dance. So it's like every stage of my life, I've been buying so much stuff and I couldn't just keep like one or two, right? When I became a personal trainer, I remember I went to Academy, I believe, and I bought so many of the little bags to put, here is the ones that you connect in the back. I don't know how you call them. And I bought like, I think 3 or 4. So there's just like, I've noticed that I have this like personality or these actions that I'm not proud of, and I usually buy a lot. Like, there was a time where I went crazy buying so many plants. There was a time I went crazy buying lots of bikinis. There's a time that I went crazy buying jewelry and nail polish, like you name it, like face massagers, corsets. It's like I just have these phases in my life when I'm like buying stuff in bulk, and then the phase passes and you're like with all this stuff that you're like, what am I gonna do? Because I no longer, I'm no longer in that phase of that. I'm enjoying them. I'm no longer in the phase that I want to have a lot of stuff. So it's just like very, very annoying. And at least I'm trying to figure it out why. I'm trying to figure out why. I think that's also because of boredom. One of the things that I'm gonna start changing is spending more money on non-tangible stuff, so stuff that I cannot bring home. For example, my nails, I can spend money on massages, I can spend money on classes. I've been dying to do like Zumba classes, like Samba, the Brazilian dance. I've been dying to do like fighting classes. I want to learn how to fight, any type of self-defense. I've been wanting to do other dance styles because I love dancing, that's my passion. So there's more ways that you can spend your money, and it doesn't have to be on things that you're gonna bring to your house and being stressful. So also traveling, like I love to travel. There are ways that I can start spending my money, and it doesn't have to mean bringing stuff home. So yeah, that's today's video. I just wanted to say this is where I'm at, and this is my, just to keep it for a record, this is what I'm going through right now. I want to look back at these videos and and see where I'm at, and also to help myself, trying to understand. It's very good to know yourself. Like sometimes when you are watching videos on other people, like you watch videos on, I don't know, other people that can be rich and they have like these beautiful closets, and then they have like many shoes. Like you've seen those videos, right? There's so many girls out there that have like these walk-in closets that are like a dream closet, but they're rich, they have so much money, they're millionaires. And then you gotta look at yourself and be like, okay, that's not me. So don't try to buy stuff for the lifestyle that you don't even have. Like me, like I have a lot of dresses and shoes, and I think that I only wear them like, to be honest, I only wear like dresses and like heels. I'm talking about heels. Probably once a month or 2 times a month, because most of the time I'm wearing, pants, sporty pants, sporty shirts, because I'm a dance teacher and I'm also a personal trainer, so I don't have time to wear all this other crazy stuff that I'm buying. And I'm like, why do I have so much of these? I don't even wear it. So that's very important. You gotta see who you are, try to figure it out what you like to wear, because like a year ago I noticed I hate pants. Like I hate the way that jeans feel on my body. I still have some pants, but I'm saying, like, try to figure out what you want and the type of person that you are. Just because you're seeing videos of other people, having this beautiful closets with so many shoes, like that's not you probably, and that's not me either. So just a self-discovery, I've noticed, is very, very important, because that's something that's been helping me a lot lately. That's something that has been helping me so much, just to like have time to meditate and think like, why am I like having so much stuff? Why am I buying? I noticed too, the other day I went to a store, and I was like, feeling that like euphoria, like that feeling of happiness, or like, oh, I'm buying stuff. Just buying stuff makes me feel like independent, makes me feel like, I can afford all this stuff, and it gives you like a little bit of power at that time that you're buying. And then you're trying clothes on and you're like, oh, this looks really good on me. So there's just great feelings, when it comes to buying. And then you're like, okay, you go home and you're with all this stuff, and you're like, this is a lot of stuff. Why am I even buying so much? So honestly, like, I think that it does take a lot of self-discovery to figure it out why you're buying so much. So that's the video of today. I'm trying to stop, the impulsive buying. All right. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you on my next video. So a few things I forgot to mention on the car ride is that sometimes we also got to think about the money that you're going to be spending on anything that you buy is actually the time that you were working, So let's say if I want to buy this $300 dress, and I'm thinking about, the time, how much time of, of work, being at work, will I have to be, for me to afford the $300 dress, and that's time taken away from you that you can spend with your family, with your friends, or time on your own, think about it like that, like, oh, I have to work like, I don't know, 4 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours today just so I can afford something I want to buy. If you look at it like that, it makes you really think like, is it worth it, me being here at work, when I can be with my family? Like, is it really worth it? Like, ask yourself, do you really want this? Do you really need it? Do you love it? That's what I've been asking myself. Do I love, the items that I'm keeping? Because it's not only right now that I'm gonna be looking at it, it's gonna be later. I have to clean it, I have to maintain it, I have to store it. So like, think about stuff like that, like, it makes me really think like, why do I have so much? So another thing I want to tell you is that when I moved, I lost a lot of stuff. Like, I lost so much stuff, and it was because I had so many boxes, so many baggages. If I would have moved and I would have put like, just the stuff that I really need and want and loved, I would have kept everything, I mean, I would have still have the stuff that I love, because when I moved, from state to state, I lost so much. Like, I lost dresses, I lost shoes. I don't know where they are. I don't know what happened. I don't know if this is really like something that happens. I don't know if people stole it, because we did put it in a storage unit. I don't know, but it made me think, like, I was like, where is, this item? Where are my shoes? Where is this dress that I'm looking? Where are, like, I had a big, nice massager for my back, and I'm like, where is all this stuff? And I'm never gonna find it again, because someone probably stole it, maybe got lost. Boxes can get lost. So I had so much, you guys. When I moved, it was crazy, because my parents and we moved, it was a long ride, and we had a lot of stuff. So yeah, so that's another thing. And then I also want to mention, I think I mentioned this in my other videos, I had shoes that I bought, like similar shoes, like the same shoes. I bought I kept one in a box, and I wore the other one, and I love these shoes. Like, these shoes were beautiful. Like, it was worth me buying it, because I would get a lot of compliments, like, oh, your shoes are so pretty. But then I used the shoes for a year, and then when I opened the box of the new shoes, it was like a bomb exploded. Like, it was terrible. Like, everything was like, it was not good quality either, obviously. But the shoes were not usable. Like, they were garbage. So I was like, I spent it like, $40 on these shoes, and they're not useful. So I stopped buying doubles, because I would always go to like stores, and I'm like, oh, if I find a shirt, I don't know, a dress, shoes, anything that I would really love, I would end up buying two of. Because I was like, I can use this, and then when the other one gets damaged, I'll still use it. I mean, I'll use the other one, because, I'll have two. And that was a terrible mentality, because most of the time, let me tell you this, most of the time I didn't end up using anything, because I would get bored and I didn't use it. There was a time that I'm like, oh my God, why did I even buy two of everything? So that's a waste of money, and at the same time, it wouldn't work. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about was that I bought a shirt, and this was a crop top to wear with a pencil skirt. And then I loved it so much. I did. And I kept it like in this box. And it was beautiful shirt. I used it only, I think, twice in my life. And I had it for like almost more than a year. And then I took care of it so much, because I was like, it's such a beautiful crop top. It was made of leather, but obviously it wasn't real leather. It was probably like, I don't know, $30, $40. And then I loved it so much. I used it, I kept it only for special occasions. And then when one day, it's been a year that I had it, and one day I go to open it, it's the same thing that happened to the other shoes. It was like a bomb exploded in there. It was completely like ripped up. It was chipping. It was horrible. And I was like, oh my God, I saved this like crop top, for special occasions. I didn't really wear it, and now it's damaged. And I'm like, why am I like wearing other stuff? That's also something that we always do. We live our lives thinking that we have more time, more special occasions to wear stuff, and then when we want to wear them, they don't fit, or they're like, they are damaged. So I think one thing that you should remember is that like every day is a gift, and every day is special. Like, wear that dress, wear those shorts, wear, I don't know, that crop top, wear those shoes, because maybe tomorrow it's not here, So that's how I want to end the video. I'll see you guys on my next minimalist video, if you're interested in minimalism, because a lot of people are not. And I feel like minimalism is such an amazing way of living, even though I'm a hoarder. But I feel like one day I want to be a minimalist. It's like my dream, But yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video. Have a beautiful day today.